You are at a gathering. The room is full of people, the conversation is flowing, nobody is ignoring you, and technically, nothing is wrong. But underneath it all, there is a low-level, constant humming in your brain telling you that you are slightly off. You are not unwelcome. It is more like you are a puzzle piece that has been forced into the wrong puzzle. You adjust your posture, you change your tone, but the gap never really closes. For years, you probably assumed this meant there was something wrong with you, that you just lacked some fundamental social operating system that everyone else was born with. But you are not broken. Your brain is simply experiencing a highly specific emotional glitch. And it actually has a name. There is a whole dictionary of strange, deeply uncomfortable social feelings that we all experience, but nobody ever talks about because we do not have the vocabulary for them. Until now. That persistent feeling of being out of place? It is called monachopsis. What makes monachopsis different from just being shy or socially anxious is that it does not go away once you warm up to the room. You can be laughing, making jokes, and entirely comfortable, yet still feel a profound, quiet detachment. It is the subtle feeling of existing on a slightly different frequency than everyone else in the room. People who feel monachopsis regularly tend to carry a quiet thought underneath everything they do, the hope that somewhere there is a room they could walk into where fitting in would be effortless, where they would finally stop noticing the gap. Have you ever found that room? Or a group of people where the monachopsis finally disappeared? Let me know in the comments below, because it is one of the rarest things to find in life. But maybe your social glitches do not happen in crowded rooms. Maybe they happen when you are completely alone, you are lying in bed, or maybe standing in the shower, and you are having an intense, emotionally charged conversation with someone. You are delivering the perfect comebacks. You are expressing exactly how you feel. You are finally saying the things you wish you had said 3 years ago. The only problem is, the other person is not there. You are talking to yourself. This is called Jouska. It is a hypothetical conversation that you compulsively play out in your head. We usually do this when we feel misunderstood or when a social interaction left us feeling powerless. Your brain hates open loops and unresolved tension. So, when a real-life conversation ends without a satisfying conclusion, your mind simply builds a simulation to fix it. You are not crazy for doing this. Your brain is just trying to protect your ego by giving you a safe space to win. If you have ever won an argument against a shampoo bottle in the shower, leave a like on this video. It is a universal human experience. But there is another feeling that happens when we step outside of our own heads and suddenly realize how vast the world actually is. You are sitting in traffic. The light is red. You glance over at the car next to you, and there is just some random person sitting there, tapping their fingers on the steering wheel, completely lost in their own world. And for a split second, a very heavy realization hits you. That person has an entire life. They have a childhood you know nothing about. They have a favorite song, a set of deep-seated fears, people they love, and an argument they have been replaying in their head all week. Their story is exactly as long, complex, and vivid as yours. And when the light turns green, you will drive away and never know a single thing about any of it. That feeling is called Sonder. It is the sudden, jarring realization that every single person around you is living a life that is just as full and real as your own. You are the main character of your story, but you are just a background extra in theirs. It sounds obvious when you say it out loud, but actually feeling it, truly comprehending the sheer scale of human existence, is something completely different. Your brain tries to grasp the fact that every face in a crowded train station represents an entire universe of experiences, and then it simply gives up because the math is too large. It makes you feel incredibly small, but also strangely connected. Does Sonder make you feel comforted? Or does it make you feel overwhelmed? Tell me your perspective in the comments. It is a feeling that changes depending on the day. But while Sonder connects us to strangers, there is another feeling that forcefully disconnects us from the people we actually care about. Imagine a friend reaches out to you, or a family member, someone who genuinely likes you, wants to spend time with you, and has done absolutely nothing wrong. They send a text. Hey, do you want to hang out this weekend? And instead of feeling happy, something inside you immediately shuts down. You make an excuse, you say you are busy, you put your phone away, and then you sit alone in your room, which is technically what you chose, but you feel absolutely miserable about it. This is Mauerbauertraurigkeit. It is a German word that translates to the wall builder sadness. It is the sudden, inexplicable urge to push people away, even when you do not actually want to be alone. What makes Mauerbauertraurigkeit so frustrating is how involuntary it is. It feels less like a conscious decision and more like a defensive reflex. Your brain gets overwhelmed by the perceived effort of socializing, so it builds a wall to protect your energy. But the resulting loneliness is a very specific kind of pain because you cannot blame anyone else for it. You built the wall yourself. If you have made it this far, it means you are someone who thinks deeply about how your mind works. We explore hidden psychology, philosophy, and the mental glitches of the human experience on this channel. If that sounds like your kind of place, hit the subscribe button. We probably already made a video about the exact thing you are feeling right now. Now, there is one final social feeling, and it is arguably the most dangerous one because it disguises itself as love. You meet someone. You have maybe 2 real conversations with them, but within a week, your brain essentially stops functioning. You are thinking about them an embarrassing amount. You check your phone obsessively. When they finally message you, you get a rush of adrenaline that makes absolutely no sense given how little you actually know them. You might think this is just a crush, but it is actually a psychological state called limerence. Coined by psychologist Dorothy Tenov in the 1970s, limerence is an involuntary state of intense obsessive infatuation. But here is the dark secret about limerence. It is not actually about the other person. Your brain does not know them well enough to love them. What your brain is actually addicted to is the uncertainty. Every small thing they do gets hyper-analyzed. A fast reply means they love you. A slow reply means you did something wrong. You are trapped in a constant cycle of hope and anxiety. The real thing limerence is searching for is reciprocation. And the moment the uncertainty disappears, whether they finally commit to you or they completely reject you, the feeling tends to fade very quickly, which tells you everything you need to know about what it really was. Your brain is not broken, it is just incredibly complex. These feelings, Monachopsis, Jouska, Sonder, Mauerbauertraurigkeit, Limerence, they are not flaws in your programming. They are proof that you are processing the world on a deeply human level. You are navigating the impossible task of being a singular consciousness trying to connect with billions of other singular consciousnesses. It is going to feel strange sometimes. It is going to feel glitchy. But the next time you feel completely out of place in a crowded room, or you push a friend away for no reason, at least now you know, you are not the only one. And there is a word for it.